Hi everyone, Mary is here. I'm uh, new to this Facebook Live, but thought I'd come on to chat with you a bit. Give you some of my background, if that's okay. I'm 58 years old and I live in northern Arizona as of last year. Until then, I was a native Southern Californian. I live alone with my German Shepherd Barney and the two cats, Kelly and Little Boy. They're all rescues. Um, like most of you, I've lived my life full of challenges. Um, my story is probably a little different. I was bullied in school, abused at home, had very little support, if any. Married at 17 and then divorced at 23, just to name a few. I don't want to go into too many of them, but yeah, that's a lot, right? So I had to get real resourceful. I survived. I'm here. Um, got my nurse license. But I always felt, even in, after I got my nurse license, almost 40 years ago, that there was sort of some different way for me financially out there. And I've always been looking and trying different sorts of things all through the years. But I've always failed because I knew how to start them up, but I didn't know what to do next. I didn't have the hand holding. I didn't have someone telling me what I needed to do, that kind of thing. That's something that you really do need to have when you're starting a business or when you're starting anything new. You need someone to support you and drag you through the mud, sort of, so to speak, um, giving you advice, someone you can turn to. And that, but I that's all past. That's the past. Right now, I have found a couple of mentors. I prayed hard that I would find good friends and good people that would help me. That's all I wanted. I wanted someone to help me, and I did find that. I found that with there's this gentleman by the name of Robert Hollis. He's an award-winning. Um, he's a great mentor. He's now a multimillionaire, but it wasn't always easy for him, and it wasn't always so. He wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He had to achieve that. Um, and if you want to read he has a very inspiring um, story, and it's in book form. If you want to read it, I have the ebook on my group page, and it's a gift from me to you. You don't have to pay for it or anything, but it inspired me. So and I loved hearing his tapes, and I did do a lot of studying under him. And he's a great mentor. I mean, he's very generous and wants to help you achieve your goals too. Um, he's a very generous person, and he that's all he wants. He wants nothing more than to encourage you to achieve what you deserve. And that's what I wanted. I needed that. And then another mentor of mine is the another award winner, Melody Ribo. Well, she's not a multimillionaire. She's just a plain old millionaire. But it wasn't always like that. And recently, about 9 years ago or so, um, I don't know, but I think it was 9 years ago, um, the poor lady was living in her car with her kids. She lost her husband and her house, and she had the stage 4 breast cancer. And she found Robert Hollis, who also mentored her. So now they're both mentoring for me, and they're wonderful. Melody is a beautiful and kind person, very generous too, and always available, no matter how busy she is. I love that about her, and what she, they're always teaching me. That's what I needed, someone to teach me the steps and the order that I needed to go in um, to meet the financial freedoms that I had to have, that I wanted. And my dream is to hand over, those big giant publisher clearinghouse checks. My dream is to hand over those huge checks that you see with a good amount written on there to my charities. And I want to glean as much as I can so I can teach others who are in the same exact situation that I'm in. So you don't have to live your life worrying and stressing. And you shouldn't be anyway, but if you are and you're worried about finances, I personally don't want to work for someone because I don't want to be dependent on someone for to pay my bills, that kind of thing, because I was working and I was going along, da da da, just fine. And my referrals got pulled from me, and that's my source of income right there. Because for whatever reason they didn't want to do it anymore or something. Um, but that's my source of income. I don't ever want to be put in that position again, and I don't think I will need to. If I keep on track, keep doing this, what I'm supposed to be doing, and I plan to. That's what I love about Melody and Robert. They keep you on track too. They're there for you, and they don't let you fall through the cracks. That's one thing. One thing that really stood out to me was you go the extra mile, and that's what I'm trying to do. Go the extra mile. So what I'm doing is I'm striving to thrive, not just survive. Because I know my mentor, Melanie, likes to say that kind of stuck out at her. She wants to thrive and not survive. Because when you're just surviving, you're living paycheck to paycheck type of mundane routine type of, and you're never going to grow. And you're not really living your life. You're not put on this planet to be working a job and then die. And face it, when you do die and when you are laid to rest, what's going to happen is people are not going to care about the sheepskins on your wall. They're not going to care about how many cars you had in your garage. They're going to care about this and how generous you were and what kind of person you were. That's what they're going to remember. That's what they're going to talk about. So I'm done. Remember to count your blessings, at least 3 of them, and say them out loud. And then I'll be catching you later. Thank you. You can always email me or message me if you need anything. Talk to you later.